Always wonder about the behavior of these things, which one to choose for your design, and what's the logic behind it. This is called ControlNet. It is used for identifying relevant image information, mostly for the outline, to adjust the style and composition. I'm Masha. I have 3 years in marketing, 5 years in design, 3 of which I've spent actively working with AI or generative models. To be honest, it really annoys me when people call it artificial intelligence. They are models, after all. How control nets work in reality? We press plus in the layer panel and create control layer. Then we take the image, in my case it is a lighthouse, and we drag and drop it to our board. Then we drag and drop it to the control layer, adjust it to your VBox by pressing right click and selecting fit to VBox. Make sure you have SDXL selected. In the generation panel here on the left we have the models and we choose Stable Diffusion XL. 2026 the best control nets are still for Stable Diffusion XL. Yes. In my case, I need only the lighthouse. I don't want to waste time by brushing. I will use the object selection tool, the one that in Figma with is called mask extractor. Let's adjust and drop exactly this image to the control layer, and let's start with Canny. We have weight is the strength of the control layer model applied to the generation for the section, with high values exerting more control. Begin and step percentage. 0 represents the start of the generation and 1 represents the end. The start end setting controls what steps during the generation process we have the control layer applied. Control mode over here, prompt control or mega prompt, is the secondary degree of influence that can be used to bias the generation more towards your prompt or more towards your control image. You can explore utilizing this if using weight values are not giving you enough control over the generation, but you should keep everything default. Sometimes when you're working with open posts you need to fail these adjustments, but in our case we are having an easier task. Let's take our super prompt from the lesson about dynamic prompting. The link is somewhere here. And again in the generation panel, let's change our model to Flux.2. As I'm generating assets for the imaginary blockchain security company, I need consistency and control, and also I have my custom seed. The lesson about it was the previous one, and you can see it here, or I will drop ones below. As you can see, the invoke pattern doesn't work here because our control layer works only for stable diffusion. In that case, we can do the following trick. We can save our control layer to assets, then drag and drop it to the reference image, and let's turn the control layer off, and then the invoke button is active. Let's invoke. Here are our amazing images. This one is my favorite. I have a lot of things to do, but for the intermediate output I think they are great concepts. We can still work with in-paint mask. The lesson about in-paint mask you can also find here. I have a lot of lessons about InvokeAI. Let's go to new thing as depth mask. What is depth mask? Or in Figma with this is Z depth mask. It is a mask that works perfectly for the situation where you need the whole outline as the whole image instead of internal strokes or shapes. Let me show you an example with maritime knot. I noticed that Flux.2 doesn't know what is maritime knot. It gave me results like that. In that case, we can help understanding the machine what we want and what shape we want. Let's go to the example. Here is my maritime knot. In that case, we should take the depth mask from SDXL control layer that we just did and save it to assets and apply to reference image. Again, here there are our notes. I don't know which one you like. For me is art director. I see my concept a little bit in another way, but in painting, I once did this note and it worked perfectly. Using painting, it was in one of the previous lessons. And now let's move to another control net type. It's called Scribble. Scribble works perfectly with hand drawings. Here is my hand drawing as part of my brainstorming process for branding project. I did for them classic design system by creating these SVG assets. Let's apply Scribble to that and see how your hand drawing can transform to unbelievable 3D concept. Let's repeat absolutely everything in the same way. I have taken the photo of my hand drawing for that, uploaded to the assets of InvokeAI interface. Let's fit it to B-Box. I can even use the brush tool to delete everything we don't need, to choose the color into place I, and you can choose the needed color and press B to take the brush again and brush out everything you don't need. Here is my clean hand-drawn image. I uploaded to assets by pressing right-click Save Layer to Assets. It's already my assets. Let's drop it to Control Layer and let's choose Scribble in our case. And you can see our image has the hand-drawn outline. We save our Scribble to the assets again. We change the model and press Invoke, and you will see the amazing situation really. In this prompt, I a little bit changed the concept because I want this flask bottom vase to act like a vase where the coin is stored inside, but the flowers is going through the bottleneck. Here are our outcomes. This one got corrupted. This is very good. This is not bad, and this is also amazing. Super great. So I take this one. Maybe I will work with the same company, but with the same concept further. Who knows? Okay, now I want to show you the soft edge detection and with maritime knot. Again, let's change the models and apply it. Yeah, here are the soft edges. Let's save to the assets, change the model, change our reference image. Actually, you can also go to the history tab and you see here our previous prompt from the maritime knot, and let's just press on this arrow and drop it in the prompt template. Sometimes the machine can get buggy here. Let's just cancel all the items. Let's turn off the control layer again and invoke and see the difference with our models. You can immediately see that the depth mask behavior and the soft edge behavior is different. Here you can see the actual behavior of our maritime node from the soft edge detection, and it's got too soft. And it seems like soft edge detection doesn't really work with heavy objects, with precise objects. Yeah, it's like a little bit dirty, I would say. The outline, this is actually interesting, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work just like that. Let's save it to assets. I'll just show you in the viewer. On the left we have soft edge detection. On the right we have depth mask. And now let's move to tile. Tile is extremely good for creating and blending new artistic styles. I know that the people from 3D world are really using that to rethinking mapping. If you work in 3D or you do some 3D stuff, please let's discuss it in comments, because I really wanna understand tile. I don't know where to use it in my job. Maybe I will get some new information. Let's make another control layer with our image of lighthouse. Let's adjust it to B-Box. Let's change the model to stable diffusion. Let's choose tile. So we have the model, we have the tile, we have the prompt. Let's invoke. Here is the results of the tile control layer with our image and prompt. That is my favorite. Here we've got some creativity from the stable diffusion, but as you can see that absolutely everything is rethought by the model. I love here the concept of fractured sky. Maybe I will actually use it for my future concepts, who knows, but experiment with tile. It just gives some unrealistic ideas. Now you learned what are the masks. You can go the way from the hand drawing till the real concept. Use it, enjoy it. It's pretty simple. You need to make this main trick. You take the image, you upload it to the stable-diffusion-webui, then you save this result and you use this result as a reference image to any of your model. It can work with any model that accepts reference images. Flux.2 does it ideally in the interface of InvokeAI. Then we also have OpenPose. OpenPose is used for generating people. I have tried it too, but it turned out that it's such a big topic. Many people complain that InvokeAI doesn't have good OpenPose models. Problem is that the Comfy UI has the same problem. Really, for OpenPose detection is the best with Stable Diffusion still. Human image generation is still good with Flux.2. So next lesson I will show you the OpenPose and how to manage that in InvokeAI, and we will make a really cool fashion bohemian lady. I hope you enjoyed this lesson with Mask. You understand now the base and use it for your work, use it for your concept exploration. Enjoy models, generative models, and AI will never replace people as human. Bye bye.